Hey there, hope everyone's doing well. Today we are going to do a full custom true dual catless exhaust from the manifold back on a 2004 Toyota Tundra. eBay exhaust tubing kit. It was like 150 bucks. This is all 2¼ inch mandrel bent, just steel. I don't know if it's coated or not. We have two flex pipes. These are 2¼ to 3 inch adapters because I'm going to be doing a bed exit. These are from Dirt King Fabrication. The 2¼ looked a little skinny coming out that, so I got these to bump it up. We've got 6 just Amazon exhaust hangers, 2 knockoff Flowmasters. These are 2¼ in and out centered mufflers. There are a Super V freaking Flow Monster something, I don't know. And then since we're going catless, I'm going to try out these O2 spacers. I've heard people say they work great. I've also heard people say they don't work at all, but we are going to see. It basically just spaces the O2 sensor back with this 90-degree bend. And then these exhaust bezels, in case you're wondering what they're called, because it's kind of a weird word. I'm gonna pop out somewhere around here, hopefully. Yeah. Also, for those of you saying, oh, you should probably just replace the O2 sensors, all the O2 sensors have been replaced. We still get the check engine light. Just throwing that out there. So part of what's kicked off doing this entire exhaust system is the fact that we have been getting a P0420 check engine light code, which is a Bank 1 cat and efficiency code. The driver's side cat is bad. It's ticking pretty bad. Dislodged itself. The truck's got almost 270,000 miles on it, so I'd say it's about time. It had a really bad exhaust manifold leak for the longest time, and so we just got that exhaust manifold fixed, and I've wanted to do a refresh on the whole exhaust system for quite a while, and gonna rip the cats out of it. Hopefully get rid of that tick and that annoying noise. Hopefully with this guy, get rid of the check engine light. If not, I'm not too concerned. It's gonna be throwing the same codes that it was throwing in the first place. If it does get rid of the check engine light, great. If I do still have problems down the road, it's pretty easy to throw some cats in it. So thought try to go the cheaper route first. If we still have problems, then I'll buck up and spend some money and get the cats replaced. So yeah, let's get into it.
So I figured I'd give you a look of what we got going underneath right now. This is the cat that's bad. So, you know, branches out, wise, goes back into a MagnaFlow. So we did it up and over the axle, comes around out the back into this tip.
So this is what we cut out. Starting up here, these are the farthest up points we cut. On the driver's side, it had this heat shield that was on there. I wanted to pull that off before I cut, so these were 10mm bolts. The nut is welded onto the back, so don't worry about that. The rest of this probably just end up throwing away or keeping a scrap. This is the tailpipe I had made at one point. This is where we cut the resonator out, and I obviously couldn't weld the top at the time.
Yeah. So this is what we're looking like underneath here. We are just chopped right here. On the driver's side, be careful. There's really not much to hit. You have your 4-wheel drive shaft there. These lines, sway bar, nothing to really contact. But on the passenger side here, definitely have to be much more cautious. Bunch of lines that you don't want to hit. This heat shield, I didn't really hit. So yeah, just be careful if you're cutting here. Yeah, I'm cut right about there. So, and we will be going out there.
Got my helper here. I just used a Sawzall to cut. I thought it was the easiest. And I'm just doing all this on the floor with a creeper. It's not lifted or anything. We got a little bit of room. Have a lift, which would be nice to use, but Padre's Jeep project is on the lift right now. Little sneak peek.
Oh, damn.
Well, I've ran into my first hiccup here. So something I oversaw was that this pipe stock is 2-inch. This is 2 1/4. The gap is quite large. So that kind of throws a wrench in things. I'm gonna go try to find a 2-inch to a 2 1/4 inner or outer diameter adapter and make that work. Kind of sucks. For some reason I thought this was 2 1/4. I should have measured that before. Okay, update. I went and got some adapters to go from 2-inch to 2 1/4, and then I'm going straight into the flex pipe, and then it will be one pipe all the way to the muffler. I am totally scratching the idea of trying to save these stock locations. It's stupid. It's way too much work, and I didn't realize this was all 2-inch when I have all 2 1/4. So what we're gonna do is I'm just going to grind the chrome plating off of this and weld it straight to the tube, and we'll drill a hole for the sensor to go through. Also got lunch, and my dad picked me up a 3.5-inch hole saw from Ace. Should fit perfectly. Oh yeah. Perfect. All right, another update here. I just popped out the down pipe flange from right up in there. I didn't think I was gonna be able to get a clean weld on top of that, so I just popped it off. It was 3 bolts there, 15 millimeter, popped out super easy. So I'm gonna weld that in, pop it back in there. I also have been sitting underneath this truck, and I just quite honestly don't think I'm gonna be able to do duals out both sides. I don't know why. I just thought I could make it happen. There's no room here, and I don't want to be close to my gas lines and my fuel cell and gas tank. It's not a fuel cell. And then have to go under this shackle and out the bedside here. It's just too tight. So what I think I'm gonna do is have it wrap over the drive shaft there, and I'm gonna double it, collect into one, into a 3-chamber, probably right around here, up and over and out the bedside there. I luckily have another 3-chamber exhaust. And I'll probably just return these 2 mufflers to eBay, get my $100 back, and I can use the 3-chamber Flowmaster that I have already. So I got both flex pipes welded into the down pipes. So now I'm working on these O2 sensor holes. I just used a step bit here on the drill press, and got it matched up pretty good. So all right, so got both of the bungs welded in for the O2 sensors. Kind of had to fill a little bit of a gap, but it wasn't bad. I also filled those holes just to make sure there wasn't any exhaust leaking through. This will just thread in, you know, no problem. I also made sure to measure these before I cut out the whole exhaust to make sure that the O2 sensors were in, you know, relatively the same place that they were originally. I don't know if it matters. Also, when you weld these exhaust bungs into your exhaust, if that's what you're doing, make sure you weld the smaller sized one in. This is the one that your actual O2 sensor will go into. It's bigger. Weld the smaller one in. Weld in the pipe into the flex joint now. I just left this unbolted. Passenger side's kind of being difficult, so I'll figure out what to do there. say 10 an hour?
Yeah, for that one.
Okay.
We're bouncing limiter.